Hello and welcome to my third attempt at doing a video here. Uh, so in 2012, the Kickstarter for Star Citizen, uh, brought us basically a sequel to a game I've been waiting for a long time. Not a sequel, but like a spiritual sequel. One of my favorite games of all time was Freelancer, and I was always waiting for a more modern take on it. And then in 2012, Robert Space Industries, Chris Roberts, ran a Kickstarter to fund this new game called Star Citizen. And I first pledged in 2013, and I was in my 40s in 2013, and now here it is, 13 years later almost, and I am just a couple months away from turning 60. So I am now an old man, and gonna be playing this. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Gonna be playing this game that I have basically ignored for the past 13 years. So like I said, I pledged it originally back in 2013, and I have not touched it since then. And it's got, other than to like log in and check out like the AIE and get free stuff for like Luminalia and whatever. So I have not learned it. I played with it now for about a week. It's got a fairly steep learning curve. I am just learned the basics enough to fly, and that's pretty much it. And over there you can see the silent testimony to my first attempts at learning how to fly, where I had crashed and destroyed multiple ships. This one I destroyed in the hangar, and I can't get rid of it. It is over here in the corner, and I can't do anything with it. I can't move it, even with the heavy lifter tractor beam. Can't do anything with it. I guess I could maybe try to blow it up or something. I don't know. But it's just a kind of a reminder there that, I sucked at flying when I first started. A lot of that was the throttle. I have a throttle and stick combination. It took me a few attempts to learn that the throttle. I don't know what the deal was. There was a setting or something that just wasn't working for me. So I eventually just unplugged the throttle, and I'm just working with a joystick and keyboard and mouse. And works a little bit better for me for now. Perhaps I'll eventually plug the throttle back in and do some reprogramming. Because look at this thing here. Oops, that's the wrong. That's not what I want to do. Look at this. If I go into options and key bindings and just go over to the joystick and controls. I mean, there are pages and pages and literal pages of settings that you can set. And I just have not taken the time to go through and learn them all. I really should, because there's one button on my joystick I keep hitting which wants to put the ship into docking mode, and in the middle of a firefight that is not a good thing to do. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab my... Okay, so I have a Freelancer Max. That's a cargo hauler, and that's a fairly small ship. Prospector is a mining ship, which I haven't even touched yet. I've flown the Freelancer Max and the Starlancer Max, which is just a much larger version of the Freelancer. I've flown those quite a bit. Have not touched the Prospector at all. I did buy a land vehicle, the Ursa Medevac, which is right over here. The good thing about this is it has a medical bed that you can set as a spawn point, so you can actually park this thing in the back of a bigger ship, like in my Starlancer, and basically take your respawn point with you instead of spawning back in a hospital or some such. But I haven't really done anything with that yet, because I have not done any kind of ground combat yet. I have not done any mining. I've not done any salvaging. I don't have a ship for that. I've done some cargo hauling just to learn the basics of that, and I've done some fighting, bounty work, that sort of thing, which is what we're going to do today. So let me go ahead and fire this up, and we're going to grab my Scorpius, which is a heavy fighter. It is basically this universe's equivalent of the X-Wing. In landed mode, the wings fold back, and in flight mode, the wings open up like an X-Wing and has a gun on the end of each wing, just like the famous X-Wing. And this is it coming up here. kind of a cool looking ship. This is actually a special edition. This is the Ship of the Year edition. Ship of the Year? I forget what they call it, but yeah, it has a special livery and actually a red tinted cockpit canopy, which I think is kind of cool. So there's the wings folded back, laser cannons. And let's kind of move around to the front here real quick. And it's got, like I said, the red tinted canopy, which I think is kind of cool. So let's go ahead and get in it. Missiles right there. You can see the missiles. Missing one. Alright, let's go ahead and get in. Pilot canopy. And then let's go ahead and get into the pilot seat. There we go. Alright. Let's power it up. Oh, gotta wait for the canopy to close. Alright, powered up, and I am going to, let's see, do some repairs, restock. That's the one missile that's missing. Let's go ahead and refuel it. Processing. And then we're going to go into contracts, and let's take a look at, not PvP. Mercenary has the call to arms. This is a sort of a generic, just kill bad guys and you'll get 500 UEC credits per bad guy killed. So pretty much anytime you're going to take off and fly, go ahead and grab that one just out of habit. Alright, let's see. Bounty Hunter missions. Looks like there's only one. Low risk target, single seater craft. Bounty Hunter Guild 23,000. Where's he at? He is at a debris field, so we're going to accept that one. And let's go ahead and request clearance for takeoff. Call the spaceport.
You are clear to launch.
And we're clear to launch. Alright. Turn the thrusters on.
100%.
Let's go ahead and take off here. And then we're going to fly on out of here, and then we're going to raise our landing gear, which will deploy the wings.
Landing gear raised. Thank you, and please visit again.
Alright, so to get to where we're going, we're going to have to quantum travel, which is disabled while you're in the atmosphere. So we have to get up into space proper. And then if you...
Got your pay on tap and ready to go.
There you go, that's kind of what we look like there. There's the spaceship, or the starport below us. Space above us. And that's Port Tressler at Space Station. That's right above the spaceport. This is on New Babbage in the Stanton system. And our quantum travel is online. Let's map to where this bad guy is. Let's see, maps, and then contracts. Come on, give me the... Did I not have... Oh, there it is. Okay. So this guy here, we're going to route to him. Bit of a trek, but let's go ahead and get out of that. And let's see, he is right there. Nope, sorry, he's over here. So...
Shields are on.
Nope, I went the wrong way. Spooling on. Let's go get this bad guy. Why I want to go. And like I said, I'm still learning, so something should.
Shields are on. Shields are on.
Try that. Sometimes that does it for me. If I go in and out of the quantum mode. I don't know. Not let me do it. Oh, I wonder if there's a like a waypoint or something I have to go to first.
Bottom drive.
Oh yeah, there we go. So the routing is taking me to a waypoint first, and then off to. Well, maybe not.
Bottom drive is now off.
It says obstructed. All right. God damn it. Let's just maybe gain some altitude over the planet. See if it'll let me go straight to him. Nope. Alright, let's see if it'll let me go to the waypoint here. There we go.
Is now on. Bottom drive is now off.
Alright, now it should let me go right to that guy. Or at least his last known location. There we go.
Is now
Alright. Let's go kill us a bad guy.
Bottom drive is now off. Landing gear deployed.
What? Landing gear? Oh, see, I did that thing where I accidentally hit my hit that button. Oh, my shields are not on.
Shields are off.
Oh, because
Shields are on.
there we go. I was in quantum mode, or nav mode, or whatever they call it. All right. Ping this guy. See if we can find him. Why are my shields down?
Shields are on. Shields are off. Shields are on.
Shields are on, so start charging them up. There they go. Just slow the charge. Is this going to be another one where the guy he's not there? This has happened to me a couple times where I've shown up at a location and the target just isn't there, and then I scan but never finds them, and then doesn't give me anything else to go on. So looks like that's what's going to happen here. Because yeah, we're right on top of it, and we should be picking him up by now if he was here. And yeah, there's just nothing. Yep. Well, shoot. This happens sometimes. Let's go in here, contracts, and we're just gonna abandon that one. And then come back to offers, and mercenary. Oh, so we got 5 to choose from now. Oh, and these are all, shoot. Investigate, salvage, hauling interstellar, hauling local, stellar, planetary. Mercenary, PvP, I don't want to do. Well, there's no bounty hunter offers right now, which is kind of a bummer. So let's head back to our base and see if maybe I was hoping to do combat, but we can try. We can try a salvage mission or something like that. Still haven't quite gotten the hang of the map yet either. There we go. Let's center on that. Alright, let's go. Let's just go to Port Tressler. Let's not go all the way back to the planet. And we're going to route to there.
Guild don't like it when hunters drop a bounty. But hey, screw 'em, right?
Yeah, you know what? If the guy was here, I wouldn't drop the bounty. Yeah, I wouldn't have dropped it. But, you know, the guy's not here, so what do you want me to do? You know? Gosh. Alright, get out of this debris field. Alright, there we go.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
So there's Port Tressler, which is right there. And let's see if anything's popped up here on the contracts, offers, salvage investigation, yeah, mercenary. Nope. So down to the planet, and we will switch ships over to. Oh, I don't want that. I want New Babbage.
Quantum drive is now
Yeah, that
Quantum drive is now off.
wasn't really a big help, but let's see, New Babbage. There we are. New Babbage. There you are.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
There's the spaceport over there, so that's where we're heading.
Shields are on.
Alright, let's give him a call. And,
Here we are. One space, as promised.
landing gear down.
Landing gear deployed. Landing
There you are. Welcome to New
Power
Babbage.
off. man, it's, like I said, this is my third attempt at making this video, and tons of combat in the previous two, along with some other problems. The big problem was the audio levels were just terrible, and so, you know, third attempt, and now suddenly there's no combat because, you know, the one contract I got, there was nobody there. So, before I put it away, let's double check again just to see. And, mercenary, one call to arm, that's accepted. Mercenary, oh, now we got 5. Oh, no, that's mercenary, not, we want bounty, and there's no bounty ones. So, shoot, okay. So, we'll go, let's see here. I want something simple, something from New Babbage to like Port Tressler or something like that, since it's right there. Port Tressler, but I want it starting from New Babbage and going to Port Tressler. Port Tressler, collect. Here we are. Alright, so 42 and 44 SCU of waste and scrap. So that is, we're talking 86 SCU. So I will go ahead and grab that one. And yeah, that should be enough. And let's go ahead and close that. Yep. Let's put this away.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval
And
system.
store.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
And I said 80 something, so the Freelancer Max holds 120 cargo. So that is the one that we're going to go with. We don't need to go as big as the Starlancer Max there for this. So let's go ahead and wait for that to get put away.
Please visit us again.
Alright, so the Scorpius is put away.
To the ASOP
So now
vehicle
we're going to
retrieval
go ahead and
system.
retrieve
Your vehicle
the
has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
Freelancer. And so now we're going to head on over here to the Freelancer, or the cargo handling area. There's my Freelancer. Freelancer Max. She got a big old booty on her. 4 engines. I really like this ship. She's chunky for a smaller cargo ship. She's pretty chunky. So we'll just go ahead and open her up there. And then we're going to come over here to the cargo elevator. Alright, and we're just going to move all this cargo onto the elevator. And then bring the elevator up. And then now we're going to need our tractor beam, which we will use to move all this, god, clanky. Now you can have this stuff automatically loaded, but then that one, it costs you extra money, and 2, it actually takes longer than if you do it just by hand. I imagine this would go a lot faster if you had more than one person, so you could have like one person moving it over there, and then the other person actually putting it on the ship. But right now it's just me. Eventually, once we get the wife's computer upgraded, which, god, RAM is so expensive right now, it's ridiculous. And, you know, once we get her upgraded and she can join in, then we'll probably work as a team and get some of this stuff taken care of a little bit faster. Also, she'd be able to man the gunner position on that fighter, and then then we'd have the additional 4 guns on the turret, help dispatch bad guys even faster. Alright, this one here, and then one more small one. There we go. That should be everything. Alright, let's get all this on the ship itself here. Nope, well, okay, fine. We already got you now, so let's go ahead and put you all the way in here. You gotta be careful moving this stuff around. It will knock you on your ass if it hits you, and I've done that many, many times. Of course, the Freelancer also has a turret, which is right up there. Damn it. No. No. Okay, there you go. You get over there, and then you get over there. There we go. All packed in? Yeah. Alright. Alright, you get in there. Get. Yep. There we go. And you. The weird thing, yeah, I don't know why it does this. The weird thing is the cargo grid, even though it extends back here, it doesn't do the snap to the grid like the other ones do. It's so weird. Whoop. Fine, you can go there. And then let's get this small one here. And you go in there, and we're just gonna close you up. Alright, make sure I'm not missing anything. Put that away. Let's go into here. In we go. Alright, man, I thought I put you away. There's a small cargo area here, but it's impossible to get anything in here through this door, so it really doesn't get used, and so even though it counts against their capacity, it doesn't, it's almost unusable. So here's all the cargo here. Got it all nice and neatly stacked in, except for those 2 in the back. Alright, and bunk beds for 4 people, and a little bit of a, open that up, and like a little bit of a kitchenette, sort of a, there's a water dispenser or a drink dispenser or whatever, and then actually if you drink too much water, you can come in here and you can avail yourself of the facilities. Little toilet folds down out of there. I don't think it's actually all set up, and it's going to get changed anyway because this ship is way overdue for an update, and that hasn't happened yet. Hopefully sometime in the near future, you know, because I would like to see this ship get properly updated. Okay, and it's a short jaunt up to Port Tressler. It's right here, right in orbit above us. What the hell? Let's try that again. There we go, Port Tressler, and we're going to route to it. And like I said, it's going to be a super easy jaunt because it's literally right above us. Alright, we're going to call a spaceport, get clearance. Opening up. So, yeah. those landing gear in.
Landing gear up.
And up we go.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Nope, got an audio bug where the engine sounds aren't working. And that's literally the space station that we're going to. It's not going to save us a whole lot of time, but once we get out of atmosphere, you know, we'll just do that. Head to the space station. Whoop, there we go. So already there. I can never remember which way to orient myself. You know, you got like that spire there, and then you got this spire here with the little greeblies on it. And I can never remember. I think it's this way. I think that's up. So we're going to be heading on into space station Tressler, or spaceport, whatever you call it, space station Tressler. Get on up there. And it's probably going to be a medium hangar, which is kind of more in the inner circle there. Oh, no, I don't want that. Alright, we're close enough. Let's call for a docking or hangar.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Oh, and there it is. Oh, look at that. We're nicely lined up already. Gotta love that. Let's drift a little bit more. Oh, wait. Which one's my hangar? Is it on the other side? Oh yeah, it was. It was on the other side. Alright, here we go. Bringing her in nice and smooth. We're going to go over to the side a little bit here because that's where the freight elevator is.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Alright. Get on out of here. There's all of our cargo. Let's open that up. Alright. Guess I should have pulled in a little closer, maybe. Whoop. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move it up a little bit here. God dang it. It does this every once in a while where it's like gets into the chair and he's like looking out of the overhead there instead of looking at the controls like he should be doing. Oh, god dang it, does it again. Get out of the chair. Alright, out. Come on, out, out, out. Move back a little bit, try it again. Enter pilot seat. There we go. Power the ship up. Let's up a little bit. And then we'll just move up a little bit. Maybe a little bit to the side. There we go. Whoop, I forgot to power off. Which you always want to do because sometimes some sneaky people with bad intentions can follow you into your hangar and steal your ship. Alright, so let's go back. Here we go. Cargo. And more cargo. More cargo. And we're gonna up and over that one. There we go. Whoa! Easy there. Yeah, physics sometimes with these cargo deals is a little weird. These cargo containers. And they come in different, different sizes. Much bigger than this. Alright. Now let's make this a little bit neat here. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. Alright, I think that's everything. It's all on the elevator. So we just send it down. Confirm. And down it goes. Objective complete. Deliver 44 SCU of scrap to Port Tressler. Alright, so that was it. Let's take a quick look. And yeah, earned a few dollars there. Let's go to contracts and offers. Yeah, still no bounty missions. So Unfortunately, you didn't get to see me shoot anybody down. But, there was the cargo mission. You get an idea of what that looks like. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. And, I'm going to fly myself back to New Babbage. And hopefully, you at least got kind of a taste for what cargo running in Star Citizen looks like. Not as exciting as combat, but hopefully in the next video we'll have some of that, and you can continue along as I learn how to play this game after 13 years, and hopefully I'll get better at it. In the meantime, have a great day. All right, bye now.